My name is Michael Ward and I live in Park Circle. You know, Holy City, I chose after checking out the Holy City website and Instagram and seeing all the talented artists that were there, and Amber Elise, who was there at the time, caught my eye, and so I decided to go get what I call my first real tattoo, only because it was my second of all time and it was a larger piece for me. I think my first tattoo with y'all was around October 2021. Yeah, about 5 years. It's a slippery slope, it moves fast. It's tough to pick out just a favorite, but I would say, traditional, Japanese, both come to mind of things that I really am drawn to. It kind of ebbs and flows, but I would say traditional Japanese for a long time has been my favorite go-to style. It's always been a fantastic experience. It's one thing to just get a really good artist to put some artwork on you to carry along, but one of the things I always enjoyed was just the vibe, getting to see other amazing artists, get to see the work that they're doing. And I feel like Holy City has always kept it very much like a family affair. When you're there, you feel like you're one of the crew, and so I just really enjoyed sort of the camaraderie that comes along with coming to the shop and seeing all the artists and how they get along and getting to witness the artwork that they're putting on other people too. One of the things that I just continually come back for is just the level that I've gotten used to. There's a standard. It's all of the artists, first of all, that just work directly at Holy City, and it's all the other people that have come in from other locations, whether it was Nikita in New York or it was Maxie from Miami coming up to work here. There's just always been a tremendous amount of talent that's come through the shop, and a certain level and standard that I know that Holy City requires, because it's always been exceptional work. Yeah, if I was to choose a couple that really come to mind of pieces that I've gotten here, this psychedelic space vamp was one of my kind of first larger tattoos that I got. The color work is something I never would have chosen for myself, but I relied on Amber Elise to kind of pull me through it, and she created something that to this day is definitely one of my favorite pieces. Another that I would say is Maxie Tripodi put a dragon on my chest, and it's one that the work speaks for itself. It's one of those things that I've taken to many tattoo shops around the world, and people have always pulled people over to see it and take a look at it. So these are definitely two of my favorite that I would say that I've run into. If I had to describe my experience when I come to Holy City, it's my happy place. It's the thing that I look forward to throughout the week and months in advance. It's just one of those things where it's very much for myself. It's a time that I get to come and hang out with friends and always get to leave with amazing artwork. So again, I think of it as my happy place, and it's me time. As someone that collects art, I collect art around my house, all over my house, which sort of led to me collecting tattoos. The biggest thing I would always say, and this is maybe a personal thing, is trust the artist. I like to go to artists and give them a little bit more free rein than expected. I like them to do what they do best and to really help guide me and select something that they're going to be excited for, because I always get the best work. The majority of the tattoos that I have, people always ask, like, what was the deep meaning behind it? To be fully transparent, I talked to the artist and was like, look, I love what you do. I want to get an original piece of artwork. And so for that, I say, trust the artist. The other tip I'd say is, it sounds cliche, but no pain, no gain. Breathe through it and always think about the end goal, I'm not sure how funny of the story was, but when I started the dragon with Maxie at Holy City, it was my first really large-scale piece on my chest. There was definitely a holy smokes moment where I knew that this was going to be a painful experience, but I kept my eye on the prize, and it's one of the things that now I look back on, and it's one of my favorite tattoos that I've ever gotten. So I would say the journey is in the process. I mean, y'all started the true journey of what I was, of my collecting of artwork. And so it's it's always been a fun thing. It took me, it took me to Japan, to Three Tides Tokyo. It's taken me to True Love Tattoo Madrid, Love Hate Miami. So I've gotten to travel and get a lot of really cool pieces from artists. And one of my favorite things has been, when I was in Three Tides Tokyo, was to show off the work that I'd gotten from Holy City and to have general artists excited about who did that for you and looking them up on Instagram. And it's very much a collective spirit in the tattoo world. When people see cool work, they want to know more about it and they want to know where you got it. That's it. And it's a small world, I've dropped plenty of people, whether it's been Nikita or Maxi or Ami or Jason. There's always been a thing of, you say these names and people have connections and stories about those individuals. And so I think sitting back, I was getting tattooed at Acetate's studio in Brooklyn, and a girl came in and she was like, "That's an Amber Elise on your leg," and I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she's like, "I love her work." And so it's a big world, but it's a small community, and artists